Hi, I'm Paul Hoffinger from CD2, and I nominate Deb Nelson from CD2. She declines. I get. Never mind.
I'm Peggy Clark, I'm from CD5, I live in Minneapolis, I'm the outreach officer in Sun District 61, and I'm becoming a certified master water steward, so I would like to place my own name in nomination.
What's your
Last
name?
name? Peggy Clark.
And
CD5.
Clark has a couple variations of spelling. So
Nope.
No E. Yes.
I'm Jan Rogers from CD2, and I would like to nominate Terry Prager. Also from CD2.
Terry who?
Did I say your name right?
Friedrich.
If you want to.
How's close?
Yes.
Terry Friedrich.
Sarah Friedrich.
Terry.
Terry Friedrich. Oh, Terry. Sorry. My years are, I turned 68 last week. The years feel much older.
Congratulations.
And I'll come back to you. Oh,
I'm Dexter Larson, and I'd like to nominate Tom Kerhayatz. I don't know, Tom is here. What district are you from, John?
CD8.
CD8.
Hello.
and I'll finish the circle, so you're next.
I would like to nominate Ann Euling
Ann Ewing.
from CD8, from OU3, and Tina Kraus from Cook County in CD8.
Got that one, and nominations.
Couple things, just to help us understand the role that we all play, because that has a bearing on nominating. I assume members can work and have full participation without being a director?
Yes.
Okay.
There are certain things that are defined in the Constitution as being decisions of the Executive Committee, and the at-large members, commonly called directors, have a seat at that table, so they would have a vote in those issues. But other than that, members can participate in every way, and we're probably counting on you to populate some of the committees that are going to end up being formed.
And so right now, half of them are gonna go for 2 years, and half will go for 1 year, so there'll be a chance to get on this in 1 year,
Yes.
assuming somebody doesn't wanna run again.
Yes.
Okay. And also, I nominate Sean Otto.
Sean Otto's name is please. Are you willing? Actually, when we're all done, I'm going to ask everyone again. Yes.
I'd like to nominate Soren Sorensen from CD5.
Storm? Just right on Soren, write it out again.
Got it. I'll start taking it already.
Are there any other nominations?
Do we have anybody from CD7?
Well, that's one of the things we're going to get to next. But I want to make sure before I close nominations, you've got it. Okay, I'm going to declare nomination, yes?
I'll nominate myself, Peter Berglund, CD4.
Peter Berglund.
E-E-R-G-L-U-N.
Okay, and how many names do we have altogether?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus 8, 20.
Okay, so we are going to have to go to a ballot, and so as far as signing up for 1 year versus 2 years, let's let the voters decide. And we're going to, I'm going to actually have about a 3-minute recess where we look and see if we can figure out what the gender mix of the candidates are, because one of my jobs is to try and balance that, and so I've got to do my job and find out what that is. But You don't have to stare at me doing it, so for the next 3 minutes, speak among yourselves. We've got to try.
I don't know how they're gonna make that decision. Somebody else here is just.
That's like that's it. We'll get this settled.
Oh, you did.
That's okay with me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So he's doing that as well. Did you go to that big old just to see them all last week? Lighting, hearing. Thought that was the scariest thing. Well,
Yeah, no, you're right.
yeah. Oh, the word was a friend of mine went down the elevator pole and he said, oh, no, I've seen them. They walk down the hallway and grab and things like that. They look at you and everything. I was like, I feel intimidated. That's So of course I have my friends on the
Well, he won. No, but he won by a
I just saw the other day. This is really drove me for a loop. We have 10 minutes.
What's up? Oh, yeah.
We're gonna start at the first planning at 1.3. I'm sure I've got some big posters in the back too. Are you activist?
Okay, here's where we are. We have a total of 20 candidates for 16 positions. On gender balance, the candidates we're doing pretty good, and that we've got 10 of each. The rules provide for each of them to speak for up to 2 minutes. The chair would recognize a motion to cut that to 1 minute each for the speeches. Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, so we're going to listen to the speeches, and as soon as we get balance prepared, we're going to have the candidates come up and draw a number from 1 to 20 for their speaking order. While the speeches are done, we're going to take the list and sort it alpha by gender, so it's going to be easier for them. It looks like as far as the distribution by congressional district, which is something that we're supposed to try and do, we've got every district other than 7 is represented among either there or the people we've already elected. So we'd be reasonably okay on that. Yes?
Are you sure? Or is there running? I think we need to.
Okay,
11 and 9.
is it 11 or 9?
Can you put the men and women in 2 different columns?
We'll check on that. But what I,
You're right, slightly off, it's 9.
9, okay.
but what I'm going to suggest as far as the voting is that we take the, for the results, we take the first 4 men and the first 4 women as far as results and elect them to 2-year terms. The next 4 of each gender to 1-year terms, with the caveat that if there's any congressional district that's not represented among all of those that is farther down, someone gets bumped. Is that a reasonable way of doing it? That's how I would fulfill my job, is trying to maintain that there's balance throughout. What?
I would disagree.
Okay, what?
I disagree.
Okay, now say why.
It's an objective we have, but there are other considerations. And, so I would hope that that would be the primary consideration and not one that would bump someone.
Okay, the primary one will be gender, because gender is required. Let's get the opinions of the group while we're preparing anyways. Should the rules say to do whatever can to do balance, which means we're not required to be in gender balance, but if it's possible to come up with something that's, or by geographic balance, I should try and do to it. I will ask the judgment of this body and whether that should include moving someone up to achieve balance. And yes.
Well, at the last meeting, we discussed the fact that we wanted to get people from each congressional district represented in this caucus, and I think the governing board should represent that as well. So I agree with you, we should try to elect people from each district.
Okay, just to let you know where we are parliamentary on this, we've got a place where I've made what I'm going to call a ruling of the chair. That ruling has been appealed, so we're now voting on whether to sustain the ruling of the chair. So when we come to a vote on it, a vote of yes will be towards to do what I'm suggested. A vote of no will be to ignore the congressional districts. And that was, one speech in favor, one speech against. Or do you want us,
Well, I'll say one more word.
you didn't use your full minute, so go ahead.
Okay, I just really want to make sure that we consider other, other qualities that might be important other than simply where persons live. And that's something that's really important to our caucus too. And in our deliberations all through making the Constitution, we were really clear that it's important to have diversity of many kinds. And that's critical to our meeting.
Okay. One speech in favor, one speech again. And again, I'm just going to go clockwise around the room because I could not tell what order the hands went up, so.
Well, I'm not speaking for pro or against, I just have a question.
Okay.
What will we do about CD 7 if in fact we're considering the balance of the CDs?
Because it was open to people from every congressional district and there were no nominees, we don't have to go out and find someone from 7 or declare a vacancy. We can fill the slot because we made every attempt to create someone for it.
But how will that be? I don't know how you're going to determine who would fill those slots.
Well,
Men or women, or which CD, or?
as far as men or women, it would be the top 4 of each gender being to 2-year terms and the next 4 of each gender being for the 1-year term. So that's straightforward. As far as in the feeling for the CD balance, if we do be bumped, it would be bumping the lowest ranked person of the same gender.
Okay, that sounds good.
And John?
Yes, I think Kristen has a good point. I think it's important distribution, but I also think we can decide that as we vote, and we should trust our vote on this one. So this is a motion against, a vote against.
That would be a speech against. So we've had 1 in favor, 2 against. Yes?
I would agree with Kristen that all these people came out this afternoon, you probably have yard work, and we expected our votes to come.
That's 1 in favor, 3 against. Are there any other speeches in favor? Yes?
I'll put speech in favor, but before I do that, could you put the names back up on the screen?
We're
Trying to get it in order right now.
As soon as he's done typing, it'll go back up.
By the way, is Taylor Bachman male or female? Can you clarify what we're voting on again then?
Okay, if we, if
What's a
a
yes
vote
vote?
of yes will be that we consider congressional district in adjusting the ballots, the results. A vote of no is that we do not factor that into the results. Basically saying that our attempt to balance it is being taken care of by having this discussion. Yes?
Okay, so now the second part of it, I do want to speak in favor of doing a broad range of CDs. I think one of the important things to grow this body is to get people invested from all different parts of the state. And if we make an effort now to include some of those people, that's our connection to that CD. And so I was thinking in favor of leaning more towards the geographic and then balancing within those geographic for male and female.
That's 2 in favor, 3 against. Are there any other speakers in favor? I don't, yes.
I will. I would support the idea of a geographic balance because I think that the environmental issues that are in each congressional area probably are different. I'm sure we have some similarities, but I think there's some different things, and I think if we end up with a lot of people from one congressional district, that issue may dominate the caucus as opposed to trying to have a balance. Thank you.
That's 3 in favor, 3 against. I'm going to close speeches on it. Although I do want to share with you a tale of woe I experienced once. It goes back about 20 years ago when I was on the board of what was then called the DFL Education Foundation. It's been renamed since, and it affect is something like a constituency caucus. They have in the rules that they would have a total of 6 directors elected to staggered 3-year terms, of which half had to be male, half of them had to be female, half of them had to be in the Twin Cities, and half of them had to be in Greater Minnesota. One of our directors was Michael Piemar, then of Duluth. He moved to St. Paul, where he was then elected to the state legislature. We were unable to accept his address change for 3 years. Because if we did accept it, he would put us out of balance and we would have to throw someone else out of office to do it. So that's why I'm perhaps a little touchy about it, but that's me, I get touchy about a lot of things. Okay, again, a vote of yes is we consider the CD in the balancing. In the results, a vote of no is that we do not. All in favor of...
Was your comment just now a speech in favor of or a speech against?
I'm not sure, but I'm not going to bring that to a vote of the body.
Okay.
No, it's just that it was neither in favor or against, as far as I can tell.
Jules, in a way, point of order. In a way, your speech was in favor. Because it overwhelms the other qualities that might be considered. And those are important.
No, because in that, for that body, it was something that was, the balance was part of the Constitution, that it had to be that way. And this is not our body, it is our choice.
Right.
And so that's why I'm saying it doesn't, it was just something that made me touchy about it 20 years ago.
In that context, I'd like an opportunity to respond and speak against.
I will, he has the floor, I will let him speak, and then we will go to the ballot. Go ahead.
We have 9 women, we're going to elect 8. I think you can take into account geographical diversity by the top 8 that you vote for. We have 11 men, you can elect 8. I think you can take into account geographical diversity in the people you vote for. The issue will be taken care of by our vote. We don't need to go through a convoluted process of trying to bump somebody or not bump somebody. And as the teller, it's going to fall to me to figure that out.
Okay, we're going to go to vote. Again, I've explained a number of times what a yes and a no vote count on this. Do I need to explain it one more time?
Yes. Yes.
Well, that was a request for explaining it, not a vote. A vote of yes, we will, after we tally the votes, we will adjust it to obtain CD balance if necessary.
You will bump people that were elected in other
We will, if necessary, exchange the last person. A vote of no is that we will take the results as voted on. So those in favor of sustaining the ruling of the chair say yes.
Yes.
Opposed say no.
No.
I'm going to say that I was overruled. And that's fine, we had the discussion, which is really what I wanted in the first place.
Numbers?
Yes. Can the candidates come forward and we're going to draw by lot for speaking order?
This is a good problem to have. We have a lot of candidates, right? How come we didn't get your name in there?
Oh, I didn't think of it. I just wasn't sure what position entailed, so
Well, any,
I'm just interested in
one minute.
Are they gonna, I thought they were gonna ask you to go on.
We all do. So we're gonna nominate 16 of these people. It's 9 females and 11 males. Pretty much.
are there people who sat in through and the chair and the directors all underrepresented districts. This is exactly what
Okay, the numbers have been drawn. We're going to start out radically with whoever drew number one. You'll have 1 minute to speak. Part of that 1 minute, please state your name clearly at the beginning and at the end of your minute. You don't have to say what CV because it's on the board. But we will proceed through it as well. And if you only want to take 45 seconds, no one will object. Who has number one?
Right here.
Okay, just one second. Okay, so when you're ready, I'll just do the 30 and then I'll do the, okay, 35.
Hi, I'm Peter Berglund. I'm going to drop out. I put my name in because in case there weren't enough men, but I'm still very interested in this caucus and I will still help. And so thank you very much.
Number two.
Alright, well, my name is Taylor Bachman. As you can see, I'm from CD1. Currently, I'm a student at St. Olaf College. I am completing my second year. Done on Wednesday, so I'm in the midst of finals. But at St. Olaf, I am studying environmental studies, and I am part of two student-run environmental organizations. We have a Greenpeace chapter on campus, and we also have another organization called Environmental Coalition. So we work with the students to raise awareness about environmental issues throughout campus and through the Northfield community. And I believe that education with young people is important to make differences, especially with environmental issues. So that would be a way to do that with the campus and organizations. Oh, and my name is Taylor Bachman, and I would appreciate your vote.
And just to save some time, will number 4 stand right over there?
Hi, I'm Peggy Clark. I am in CD5. I live in Minneapolis. I've lived here for 40 years. I came here to be a college student at Hamline University. My dad he grew up on the farm, an organic farm, and so we spent many summers and vacations and holidays, etc. on the farm, and we're really familiar with organic farming and organic produce, etc. I'm the recycling queen in my neighborhood. I'm getting certified to be a master water steward, so water quality issues are extremely important to me. And I forgot something. I forgot what it was. But anyway, I would sure appreciate your vote. We have a lot of big issues here in Minneapolis. We have the garbage burner. We have lots of industrial pollution, air pollution, and we have a lot of us working on making changes in that system as it exists now. Thanks. Again, Peggy Clark, Congressional District 5.
Hi all, I'm John Wells. I am from Senate District 51, Eaton, Burnsville. My career has been in the environmental arena. On my resume I would put that I translate science into policy as part of it. That's my main thrust of my career. I'm retired right now for the most part. I do a number of things on boards and stuff. But what I would want to have us do as a caucus is remember science. The other party has forgotten science or ignored science. We can't let ourselves do that. So that's what I stand for. Thanks. John Wells.
Hi, I'm Debbie Douglas. I'm from New Brighton, but I grew up in Fridley. And one of the reasons that I'm so interested in the environment is that many of you know Fridley and New Brighton have the Superfund sites. New Brighton water has now got wells that are recontaminated. I have had cancer, and I also have chronic asthma, and I have a lot of problems. So